Hello everyone. As a university student, you probably have to write a lot of email to your lecturer. So today, I'm going to show you how to write a proper email to your lecturer. The first step to write a good email is to use subject line. The subject line is the line where you write the reason for your email. And in order to have a good subject line, you need to be specific. State the name of the class and then the reason for your email. For example, if you're taking an English 1 class and you have questions about your homework, you can start with the name of the class, English 1, and then dash, and then the phrase asking about homework. Or if you are writing an email to your advisor to make an appointment, you can write advisee dash and then making an appointment. Note that in the subject line, you are writing it in phrase. Do not use complete sentence in the subject line. Next, you will begin your email with a polite greeting. When you greet, use the word dear and then the courtesy title such as Mr. or Miss, or academic title such as Doctor, Assistant Professor, Professor, or Ajahn. And then the first name or the last name and end it with comma. For example, Dear Dr. One Pen, Dear Professor One Pen, or Dear Ajahn One Pen, or even Dear Mr. Smith. Please note that in Thai context, using the first name is considered common and polite. However, if you're dealing with the situation in international context, you may have to take cultural differences into consideration. For example, if you're dealing with Western context or Japanese context, using first name may not be appropriate. Next, you start a new paragraph and then introduce yourself. When you introduce yourself, state your full name, your student ID number, the class, and the section you're in. The reason that you need to specify the class and the section you're in is because your teacher is probably teaching more than one class and more than one section. So it is very important to provide enough background knowledge of who you are. For example, my name is Sudao. My student ID number is 6431006 or 64. I am in your English 1 class, section 2. Next, you start a new paragraph and state the objective of your email. Right here, you have to be concise and keep it to the point. You also need to use polite language and polite word choice. And if you're making a request, you have to be very careful not to make it sound like a command. And because this is a formal email that you're writing to your teacher, so make sure that you don't use language, spoken language, or texting language, such as gonna, wanna, ASAP, or thanks. If you're writing to ask about the assignment, you can say, I have a problem about the assignment. I don't quite understand the instructions. Would you please explain it to me? In the example, at the last sentence, you will see that it is a request. And as mentioned earlier, you have to be careful not to make it sound commanding. Notice that in that sentence, would you please explain it to me, which is in a form of question, is used instead of I want you to explain it to me. You can also use phrases such as could you please, would you please, or I wonder if you could please explain it to me. If you ask for a favor from your lecturer, you can use a phrase such as, I would like to ask for a much more polite word choice. For example, I would like to ask for your approval for my registration request on the REG system. Notice that I would like to is used instead of I want to, which is a much more polite word choice. Would it be possible to change the date of the makeup class as I have a doctor's appointment on that day? If you write to make an appointment, state the topic of your appointment and ask your teacher's availability politely. For example, I would like to meet with you for approximately 15 minutes to discuss my study plan for the next semester. May I have an appointment on August 15th at 1 p.m. for this purpose? Notice that instead of I want to meet you on August 15th at 1 p.m., you use a more polite phrase like I would like to meet you instead. And when you ask for the lecturer's availability, may I have an appointment with you on, and then the date and time, or would date and time be possible, can be used. And we have come to the last part of your email, the polite ending. End your email with sentences such as, "Thank you so much, I really appreciate your time," or "I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon." And then you will use closing words, "sincerely" or "best regard," and end the last part of your email with your name. Let's take a look at this example. "I have a problem about the writing assignment. I don't quite understand the instructions. Would you please explain it to me? Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help. Sincerely, Sudha." And here is the overall picture of how your email should look like. Subject: making appointments. Dear Ajahn Chana, my name is Sudha O. My student ID is 6431006-064. I am your advisee. I would like to ask for your approval on my registration request on the REG system. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Sincerely, Sudha. Now, you have everything you need in your email, but you cannot send it yet. You need to proofread first. You need to look for the correctness of the information, the correctness of the language, and also you need to make sure that you don't have any slang or any spoken language. After you finish the proofreading process, you can send your email to your lecturer. When you send an email, take these two etiquettes into consideration. The first one is send an email only during working hours. The regular working hours are from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Do not send your email off the working hours. You can write your email at night, but you have to schedule it to be sent only during the working hours. Another etiquette that you need to take into consideration is the 24 hours rule. What is it? People normally reply an email within 12 or 24 hours. So give it a 24-hour wait time. Do not expect your lecturer to reply your email immediately. And the final tip for you is to type in your lecturer's email address last. Keep in mind that what can go wrong will go wrong. You're writing an email, you have not finished it yet, but you accidentally press the send button. So you send an unfinished email to your lecturer. You don't want that to happen. To prevent it, the tip is type in your lecturer's email last. Type it only after your email is ready, and that can prevent the awkward situation from happening. To review, writing a good email requires you to use specific subject, greet your lecturer politely, introduce yourself, state the reason or request politely, end politely, proofread to ensure the best quality of your email, send it to your lecturer only during working hours, and consider the 24 hours rule. If you can follow all of these steps, you'll have the best email to send to your lecturer. Thank you for watching.